to see you all this wonderful afternoon here. I hope you're going to have a lot of interesting insights from the other speakers and from your peers. It's always great to be here on these kind of shows to share your knowledge with the industry experts like you are. And hopefully I will be able to share some positive cases, tips and hints with you guys. So yeah, that works. Again, my name is Doruda, I'm VP of Sales. Just a little correction, just global VP of Sales, not just the EMEA, MGID. And I'm going to tell a little bit more about our company myself later. I was asked to tell you more about the native. So first of all, I would want to, by show of the hands, how many of you guys are familiar with the native advertising ad concept? Cool, yeah, great. How many of you guys have ever tried the native for your performance offers? Not so many. Okay, so hopefully by the end of my presentation, a lot more of you guys are going to know what native is, and way more people want to test the native for your offers. So so I have really strict time frames, so I'm going to try to keep it as quick as possible, but it's always kind of hard. In order to explain what native is, it's important to explain how the online advertising evolved over the time. For many of you guys, it will be a little bit of the basic that you already know. I'm going to try to skip through that. For others, probably going to be a little bit different perspective on what is the native. So, what's the native and how it came up? Why do we need ads? We need ads basically to drive the attention to some certain product, right? The internet is the perfect way to communicate, is the perfect channel to communicate with your targeted audience. So everything started with this. This is the first banner in the world. It was published in 1994 on the website called Wire.com. It's really, well-known website as it is still. And, it's basically intended people to click on that. No one ever actually clicked on something. It was like a magic. You would click and then it, drives you to some other page. It was really magic. I don't know the exact CTR of this thing, but it was huge. Like every third person who would see this would click on that. But okay, cool. What was it all about? I think that at every stage of development of web, of the online, there was a dominant ad format. Let's say for the display ads, like banners, it was the time of dominance when the web entered in the era of vertical portals. You know the vertical portals like Yahoo, right? So there was a time when someone had to actually type the name of the website in the browser, right? It's horrible, like www. The full name of the website.com. And then people, I truly believe that the people laziness in a good way is the stimulus for the progress. People were lazy enough to type those names, so they came up with the vertical portals. It's the place where people would stuff websites in the categories for you. So you would find everything in one place, like the maps, like the latest news, find the date and stuff like that. At that point, it was easier to get traffic. Whenever your website gets into the vertical portal, you get the traffic, right? Once you get the traffic, you want to earn money. Marketers understand that the eyeballs are coming to the website, so they started doing something like this. You can see that. All the websites, the advertising pops everywhere, and there was actually, who knows what it is? Familiar? The $1 Million homepage. Have you ever heard of it? No? So, the $1 Million webpage is the website where the guy figured he would want to sell $1 per 1 pixel. So, 1 pixel advertisement for $1 for the lifetime. And he had 10 million of those. So what he did, he actually put that thing to sell on some web online auction. There was no eBay by that time. And in 4 months, he sold 3,000 pixels. Nice money, $3,000, right? In 8 months, he sold 30,000. By now, it's more than 10 million. Why am I telling you this? Would you think that at this particular point, any marketer would want to place their banner, ad, whatever, on this website? No, because we know that it's not about just seeing ad, it's about the engagement. So it's just, it's obviously, on one end of the spectrum, most of the advertisements are not like this. It's just the extreme of what it can be when you don't think about users and you don't think about the other important stuff. So what happened next is the binary blindness. You all heard of the binary blindness. It's where you stop seeing the ads because you know that's the ad, right? That's what happened to the CDRs. The banner CDRs went down from like 10% in the early 2000s, and now it's actually 0.0%. It's lower than 1%. It just doesn't work. So we had to evolve into something new. The market is ads like the drugs, right? You force people to do something, buy your products. Whenever you keep using the same drug at the bigger and bigger amount, people stop, accepting it. You need to either become with a new drug or to increase the dose even more. So what happened? The internet evolved into new things. The era of search traffic happened, right? And the first commercially successful search engine was the Alta Vista. What they did is they actually helped you to communicate in the regular words. You could Google, not Google, search for the receipts of the cupcakes with the vanilla, and it would find the actual words on the website. It would bring you results. People understood that they don't want to serve those vertical portals with the catalogs and thousands of the websites. It's not the way to go. They want to tell what they want, and get the results. That's why the era of search came, and the search ads obviously evolved. The next big thing in the online advertising was the search ads. Now what? Now most of my colleagues, they prefer to tell, and I agree with them, we live in the era of research. Again, people are lazy in a good way. They don't want to tell what they want, not just anymore. They want to have a recommendation that would exceed their expectations. They want to have some recommendation even before they know they want it. So that's where the pre-search era and the native came from. Native is about forming the demand, even before people know that they want. If you have a product, which is really great, and people know about that product, no problem, go with the search. For every particular campaign, there is a best possible solution. Search is a great way for some certain products. But there are some other products that native is the way to go. And I'm going to tell you a couple of hints on the way how to do it with native. So what native is? Native basically, by the actual explanation by IAB, is the format of the paid advertising that fits the surrounding content seamlessly. It basically hides itself and pretends to be the native part of the content of the website. That's why people tend to accept it as the recommendation rather than commercial. For commercial, they have the binary blindness, they would not interact with that, right? For recommendation, they truly believe in that. Native is a great way to do the storytelling, because stories is something that's going to convince people they're going to need that. So let's jump further. So it was supposed to be the pretty good picture. These ads would come up from the leaves, but it's not, so don't worry. Native is something that is hidden, right? And Well, what kind of formats are those? According to IAB, there are a couple of the standards, including the in-feed native, which is the social, Facebook you all know, and the sponsored content, like on the big publishers, Indian Times, you know, the other NDTV and stuff. There will be promoted articles, stuff like that. It's not the direct commercial; it's rather the storytelling. But we're going to talk about more about the content recognition widget, which my company and I specifically, you know, we are professionals in. So, what's the good part about the native? Native is 25% more consumers actually see those ads, and it's 18% higher intent to purchase on native compared to the classical display style advertising. So again, guys, you are free to use any kind of tool. You know, this search, marketing, the email are great tools. But I'm gonna tell you about the native because I know how to do that. Native is great for the products with the impulse decision for the buyer, right? So whenever someone is taking approach rationally, they're gonna search for that, they're gonna compare both prices, stuff like that, right? For most of the products that you guys promote, it's not the way it's gonna work. They never know that they want to basically this particular thing unless they actually see it, right? So here are the couple of the verticals that are, you know, the most successful with native. There are more of those. Obviously, the education, the software, insurances, and you know, and stuff like that. But you know, for most of you, you're gonna go with these offers, and I'm gonna tell you about those, right? So the money making, which with the rise of the cryptocurrencies, the ICOs is a big thing, especially taking into account that Facebook recently changed their policies, and there's no way to go for the cryptocurrencies unless to the native. Facebook does not allow that, not just anymore. So a couple of hints on that. A, native is a storytelling. Be sure to use so-called pre-landing pages, pre-sale landing pages. So there's an additional step between your ad and the actual offer page that you take from the affiliate networks, right? Let's say it's the money-making offer, right? You need just to put your email or the phone number and, you know, opt in the form, and then someone gonna to contact you and, you know, make you invest something. If you do it directly, it's not the way it's gonna work. You need to have a story. You need to convince people. You don't need just leads, right? You need the conversion, the proven conversion that's gonna make your offer owner happy, and you get the great payouts and the payouts for you gonna be raising, right? So you want a story. For the money making, I would say that, you know, based on my experience, the video pre-landers works better. If there's a cool video on the pre-sale landing page, which tells you, I don't know, about the Harvard professor who came up with a unique algorithm for the trading, and whomever it is, it can become a millionaire overnight whatsoever. Or about the young mom who used to, who used to literally live in the car, in the paper box, and now she has that beautiful house with all those cars and those happy children. People believe in their stories. People believe in what they want. Make them believe, and they're gonna convert. So, dating. For the dating, for those of you who are gonna do the dating, I would suggest using the regular stock pictures. Don't use models. No. People feel the bullshit, at any point. Really. We are so screwed up with the Hollywood style, with all those smiley people. They don't just believe that. I have the anti-case. I'm going to tell you, the Anastasia, they work with us directly. We are the exclusive content, we're exclusive dating provider for them. This is the big network, the dating network. A couple years ago, there was a relaunch of the Star Wars franchise. Did you guys see any of the Star Wars movies? Yeah, right? So, I don't know if you like the reboot or not, but what they wanted to do, they wanted to have that trend. So they took real girls from the network, and they put the makeup on them, like they looked like those Star Wars characters. They couldn't do it exactly, so they had to mimic it just because of the, intellectual property, the trademarks and stuff. But they did it really, really well. You know what happened? Nothing. It was beautifully built advertising campaign, but it did not convert. People just didn't believe that can exist in the life. For the dating, they need to understand that if they go there, mostly male, they're gonna find their date, right? If they feel like they average, frankly saying, we all feel like we are the average guys, right? I mean, even if we're the hot guys, like ourselves. But you tend to underestimate yourself. So if girls are too hot, you're gonna skip that. Keep the right girls. The case, really easy. We were A/B testing. One girl to attract the attention, so it was obviously the beautiful girls with big eyes in the right dress. It worked in some way in terms of the city art, but on the other hand, we did the big picture of the face of the girl. Like 3/4 of the entire picture was the face. It was the red girl with the short haircut. It was like turned like this, and it converted as hell. It was not like sex bomb girl. It was really pretty girl, and it worked. Keep it real. Keep it something that people are gonna believe, because native is good at making people believe in something. Building the demand when there is none. Gaming. For the gaming, you need to keep in mind that most of the game offers, they will expect from you some level of engagement. It's not just about having the lead people to subscribe for the game. They would expect for some level of engagement. And if you just start driving them leads, and then in a couple hundred leads, they will see that no leads are actually continuing to play the game. They're gonna either cap your offer. It's like you cannot give them more than 10 leads per day. It's nonsense. You build your funnel. I mean, you're losing money. Or they're just gonna ban you. So be sure to keep it as relevant as possible. On the pre-renders, I would suggest you take the actual character from the game and play around in the Photoshop with them. Give him like this big ox or something. So it should be epic. And on the pre-sale landing page, tell that, for instance, for the Indian players, it is required to play until the 6th level in the game to get the epic axe, right? It's nonsense, but it works. If you tell them something to do, they will most likely gonna do that. So just keep your performance goals like 30 minutes or 6th level in the game on the pre-sale landing page, and gonna work. The next thing, the health. Health-related offers, I mean, health is the basic thing. Health is about everything. Health is about how do you feel? How do you want to look like, the muscles, the fat loss, or the sexual health, whatsoever. It's always something that people don't tend to share a lot, not with their friends, or they don't want to go to doctors because it's expensive in most of the countries, right? They want to find an easy way to solve their problem. Help them solve their problem. How? I will tell you this. If you take well-known product, something that everybody knows, something that has in your refrigerator, let's say the vinegar, the soda, whatsoever, something that is common, and build the receipt with that thing, people are gonna believe in that. Just be sure, guys, that you don't harm people, right? Just find the real alternative medicine, receive something with that thing, and in the end of the day, just put it with this product. Let's say the Doruda Cambodia is going to convert like 5 times, it's going to work 5 times better. Here you go. You gave the real life example that they can do without your product, but with your product is better, right? So they're going to go with that. And then, I mean, Nutria is pretty much the same thing as the health, but a little bit different case. I would suggest giving here the storytelling like of 5 ways. There are 5, the article, there are 5 ways to gain muscles. First, to go out to the gym, working out, having the healthy meals, sleeping a lot, checking out your genetics, whether you are up to getting some muscle, and the 5th, this product, and the disclosure. This product is going to allow you to achieve same results without some of the, some of the previous mandatory ways to gain some muscles. So give them stories, they're gonna love it. We actually help you guys in our network, we help you build those funnels. We can help you build, at some point, obviously not for everybody because there are going to be a lot, but we're going to share with you top converting pre-sale landing pages and customize it for you, help you customize. But main thing is, guys, don't you just copy. Copying is not the good thing because it's not just the ethical. You won't be able to get the same level of conversion if you just copy someone else because someone else already took the sweet spot. You need to come up with your own way. Just take two approaches, merge them, play around with them, and you may come up with the best possible sales funnel. Our account managers, they're gonna help you out with it. But let's stick to the point. So adulting is also the great multi-billion niche, but none of the companies that really do mainstream native work with them. So if you do adult, it's probably not for us, but you can ping me in Facebook. I'm going to share with you some other companies that will work. And this is basically the approximate price recommendations to start with. But I mean, again, it's really individual. What else about the creatives? It's really important to build your funnel. The route from having the interest, like your ads, to telling the story, the pre-sale landing page, and to the actual offer page where you convert the people. It's really important to have this funnel built in the most converting way. So be sure to be using the pre-landers, and for that matter, I'm going to give you, here you go. I'm going to give you the coupon for the tool. This is the Adplexity. How many of you know the Adplexity? Not so many. So for the rest of you who doesn't know, this is the tool that allows you to see who drive the traffic with this particular ads in this particular country to this particular pre-sale landing pages. The more they drive, the more it converts, basically. So this is the intelligence tool that allows you to spy on your competitors. But again, remember, simply copying something doesn't mean it's going to work for you the same way. Always take the inspiration from somebody and create your own. This is the way to go. We're going to help you out with it. So again, for the creatives is really important. Creatives are hooking up the audience. They're triggering their interest, right? So couple hints on that. By the way, for the content recommendation native, ad is basically the picture, rectangular picture. It's somewhere close to like 400 something by 300 something pixels. You're gonna figure that out, right? And the headline, and the text of the headline. So for that matter, you would want to do the storytelling, useful, relevant content regardless of purchase intent. Share with people something useful, and they're gonna be more comfortable about buying from you something. If you just push them, pitch them, it's not the way it's gonna work. They're sick and tired of that. What else okay, so what we offer in our platform is possible to do the A/B testing both for the pre-landers and the ads. You just load same picture with the different headlines, and you can check whether how it works. A/B test is okay. I don't have that slide on me, I think. Sorry, so I'm going to tell you this. So the round numbers, non-even, those are better. So it's always like earn $500 in 2 days. No, $1,323.45 in 3 days. That's better. Tend to use the words like easy, walk around, smart, stuff like that. People like to think that they are smart, right? And whomever helps them to do whatever they want, not taking their butt off their sofa, gonna win. If you promise them do something for them without them taking their butt off, you win, right? So the numbers and those kind of approaches. And the I perspective is better. I mean, it's more than personal. Not like some person. This school teacher rocks the stock market with this technique. So try to keep it personal and put it I, not instead of them, like I. It's like the personal touch. Okay, that's it. For the sake of testing your offers with the native ads, I personally, the representative of MGID, obviously the best native ad network for the performance marketers, but I'm not gonna limit you. I'm gonna tell you some other ways with the other networks. Just to name those, Tableau and Ref Content are pretty nice companies to work with as well. You just want to have your eggs in a separate basket, so work with different guys. And a couple of things. On the basic level, in terms of the targeting, I mean, some of you probably work with Facebook, right? And it's kind of easy. You just do the clocking for the Facebook and wait until they're gonna catch your ass, right? And then you create a new account with them and just do the same thing. Native is way better just because it's sustainable. Once you build your funnel, it's gonna last for a long time. The efficiency of the efforts that you do, it's gonna work longer. So it's really important to do the proper tracking because unlike the Facebook or the social, where there's only one traffic source, in the native, there are thousands of traffic sources. We have the network. We have our codes, the ad codes placed on the tens of thousands of the websites. And we rotate your advertisements based on the audience interest, right? But it means that traffic comes from the multiple sources, like this, this, and this. And not all the sources going to work for you in the same way. Some of them going to skyrocket your ROAS, and the other one will be, break even or even losing some sort of the money. So it's important for you guys to do the tracking. I would strongly recommend to work with the pulse back. It's the best way to work. If you don't know what the pulse back is, just Google it. It's just when the conversion happens, it sends back data to the network, and you can see right in the dashboard in the network. You don't have to switch the screens, right? But I mean, you need to use these. I don't have much time, but there are a couple ways to do that with the networks. A couple of the macro that you want to send to get the data. It's not the same way with the companies. I think you're gonna have my presentation afterwards. Just use these things to be sure to use all of these macro together. Same thing, by the way, with the pre-landers. Be sure to be able to pass the pre-lander, the traffic parameters from the pre-lander to the offer page. If you just send it to the pre-lander and don't pass back it to the offer page, you're going to lose the data. When you get the report for the conversion, there will be no traffic sources. There will be one traffic source, unless you pass that. By the way, for that matter, I would recommend you to have, where is it? Oh yeah. I would recommend you, there are other traffic solutions out there on the market, beautiful solutions. The ad reach, the has offers and stuff, but I like Balloon. So here you go, the 25% discount for the Balloon. It's actually delimited, so be sure to subscribe as soon as possible. And it will last until the April 1st. So yeah. Just use this thing. This thing has everything I told you about. It can pass back data from the pre-sale landing page to the offer page. Just stick with it. Or any other that I mentioned. Has offers, the ad reach, those are great as well. And the optimization. Devil lives in details. Whenever you do the Facebook, right? You just set the targeting audience, and there are common leads until the time when Facebook bans you for the clocking. With the native, multiple sources, and you need to pay exactly the same amount of money that's going to guarantee you the maximum ROI, right? Return on investment. So be sure to do the optimization. both for the ads and for the placements. In our platform, it is possible to change the price individually for each single placement, which gives you the laser targeting. So be sure to use that. It's just a comparison with the social traffic, native against social. It's not the versus. You can use both, but it's about having your ads in different baskets, right? Minimizing your risks. Don't go just with the Facebook, or don't go just with the native. Go with both. It has both from both parts of the world. And yeah, so the way to go: having the traffic, selective bidding using our system. Flex bidding is the auto optimization tool that we have, and the account managers. Those gonna treat you like the VIPs. We have the best on the market account managers who actually help you earn money. Not just about sending you traffic or having your money from us. It's about sharing with you useful insights on how to make your offer work. What are the best geos? What are the best prices? What are the best pre-seller, pre-sale landing pages and ads? And they're gonna help you out with it. The last but not least, couple of words about our company, and I'm done. So, MGID, I'm here to basically tell you about the native and make MGID is the first company you're gonna go to for the native, right? So, why would you want to do that? Just because VIP service level. Our account managers, we have multiple languages support for the account managers, Spanish, English, and Russian. We may have in Hindi one soon. And they just really help you. They really help you. And you get it by basically free of charge. It's complimentary service. We all know about the fraud, right? You don't want to pay for the fraud clicks. There's no reason to hide that problem because there are a lot of bots in the world, in the online market. We actually hired the best-in-class frauders to teach us what are the weakest parts of our anti-fraud system, so we could improve it and make it better. There's no 100% clean traffic in the world, not at all, guys. Don't believe anybody. But our traffic is 95% clean, approved by the forensic, by the way. And obviously, we're testing 50 languages, and there are a lot of insights. We're building the thing that's going to help you, the ads prediction. So you add the ad in the system, and going to tell you that at this particular price, on this particular geo, you're going to get these particular results in terms of the clicks and insights in terms of the conversions. These are the hot regions. These are the regions with the highest conversions and stuff like that. But for the moment, be sure to chase your account managers. They're really, really good at helping you out. I guess that's it, guys. I don't know how much of the time I spent. Too much of the time. I don't think there will be any questions at the moment, right? The question's going to be afterwards. Yeah? The question's going to be afterwards. Right? Okay. So, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. And again, thank you and great kudos to the Traffic Cardinal and the Elite Beat for organizing such a great event. Thank you guys for listening.